So, I don't know which audience members are following us on Twitter, but if you are, you'll see we got in a little scuffle with a mutual friend.
A little scuffle, you say?
Is it not?
I guess.
Who retweeted something that says, you can tell someone grew up reading because they know how many words that they pronounce all wrong. And our friend Julia said me pronouncing liaison as liaison not 2 days ago. And I start roasting her with the pic from Mario saying, say psych right now. And then Julia decides to throw Wolf under the bus.
Complete betrayed me. Wasn't even part of it.
She dragged you in for nothing with screenshots proving that you also say liaison. And I say this will be discussed on the podcast. And then the feed, I say the other day when Biden approved the student debt stuff, I'm like, don't forget to send POTUS some feet pics as a thank you for coming through on the student debt. And apparently I used the wrong feet.
Sure did.
Mm-hmm. Which is funny. I know, I used FAET. And Julia's like, tagged Wolf and like, remember this for the podcast. The funny thing was I sent that tweet, the screenshot of the tweet to Wolf before I sent it. And I'm like, is this too far? And they're like, feet pics. I used the wrong feet. I used the wrong pics originally.
Yep.
So somehow I fixed pics but misspelled feet. And Julie and I are both going to take the L and move on.
L's all around.
Especially, you get an L too, and you weren't even originally part of it.
I get half an L.
I mean, half an L is still worse than nothing. Julia threw you under the bus.
She did indeed. No honor.
And no honor. And with that, welcome to episode 41 of You're Ridiculous.
Woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo. My name is Luke. I'm one of your hosts, and with me, as always, is my other host, Wolf.
That's me.
That's you. We also have Rainey here this week.
Hello.
For once.
I know.
She's decided to stop being sick.
That was awful.
And join us.
Yep.
Well, at least it's over now.
True.
Barely. I'm still coughing like I still have Satan in my throat.
And you said it wasn't COVID either?
It wasn't COVID. I tested twice. Both came back negative. I hit all the milestones though.
Lucky you.
Ridiculous.
I guess 2 weeks ago now, since we took a small break, we talked about Hooked on You, the Dead by Daylight dating sim.
We did indeed.
That was great. This week, though, we got a special treat, sort of. We're going to be talking about a new game called Cult of the Lamb.
Da, da, da.
Yes.
Da, da, da. And then, time permitting, which we have a feeling there won't be time, but we'll be talking about some new spicy YouTube drama.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh off the pan.
That's right. And then, obviously, we'll be following it up and finishing it off with a question of the week from Rain.
Woo woo!
Absolutely.
So, Wolf, why don't you tell us what Cult of the Lamb is?
Sure thing. Cult of the Lamb is a indie video game released by Monster something Studios.
Monster Massive?
Yeah, Monster Massive Studios. Which is you play as a cute little lamb who runs a cult. It's also a dungeon crawler. Surprise to me.
And a colony sim.
Yeah.
It's like a half of like a roguelike, half of a colony sim, half of a dungeon crawl. Yeah, roguelike.
Yeah.
It's kind of got a lot of different things in.
It's got it all.
And it's a blast.
Half of a farming simulator.
It's got a fishing mini game.
It's basically just like cultic Stardew Valley.
Yep.
Which in itself is a cult, so.
That is true.
Yeah, it is pretty great. Okay, first question before anything. That the audience are obviously dying to know. What is everybody's cult name? Because you get to choose your own cult name.
That's true, yes. My name and my main playthrough was just the Cult of the Wolf, but my streaming playthrough, it's the wolves in lamb's cloth.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you guys.
Rain, what's yours?
I worked very hard on my name. I spent a lot of time thinking and looking up things.
Wow.
And when it came down to it, after like sitting and staring and trying to come up with a name for like an hour, I went with Cult of Chaos. And now I hate it.
A
I want to
classic.
change it.
A classic.
Yo, I'm like, well, this is basic.
Cult of the Chaos.
All the chaos. It all happens at my cult.
That's like something you'd find on like 2013 Tumblr.
Yeah. That's what everyone named their cult back then. Or would have if it came out that year.
Yeah,
How
if they had the option.
unfortunate. Yeah. What about you, Lucas?
So my cult name is the Lamb Sauce. And I know Gordon Ramsay would be really proud of me.
The Lamb Sauce.
Yeah.
I just realized, I don't think you told Wolf and I.
I didn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, I asked first. I wanted to keep it a surprise after I figured out what I wanted to name it. So I needed the dramatic reveal on the podcast.
A classic.
So
Wonderful.
yeah, I know. I should send a screenshot to Gordon, see if he retweets me.
Yep.
Get that
He'll be
boost.
so proud. Yeah. And I guess another thing to mention is that I think we're all at different stages of the game as well.
Probably.
So I know if you finished it, right?
I have not. I am.
Oh, you haven't?
Yeah,
Ooh.
well, maybe a little over halfway through. I'm still on Calamari, pretty much the third boss, so I think you can do them in any order. But yeah.
Ah, okay. I thought you did the stream playthrough after you had finished your first one.
No, didn't get the chance.
Ah, okay. Rain, where are you?
I'm on the third boss too. I think I'm on day about like 93 is how long we've been going. But yeah, I'm on third boss. I tried. I got all the way to the third boss, the fish guy, and he fucked me up.
Yeah, she
I was
such
not
bullshit.
ready.
She does so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swinging her
Awful.
sword around. She's launching bombs. She's wiggling around the damn map, and she's summoning enemies the whole time.
Yeah.
Awful.
So funny enough, I'm also on the third boss. I thought we were like way more spread out than we are.
I think you eventually caught up because I'm stuck on the third boss.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I'm on day 58 on the third boss.
What?
Yeah,
I'm
I just
almost
checked.
at day 100.
Yeah, I literally just checked. I'm on day 58.
Is your like weapon tree maxed out?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh.
I have no
Like,
clue.
I'm
I-
actually all my stuff's almost maxed out. The only thing I have left is just collecting devotion and getting on like the
yeah.
farming plot 2 and stuff like that. All the
Yeah,
bullshit
I have stuff like that. Like my crown is done and everything like that.
I see.
So I think my weapon's pretty close. I'm not really sure.
I maxed out my weapons during the second dungeon. Throom through it, throom to the third one. Now I'm just stuck on the stupid boss.
Yup.
What's your favorite weapon?
The dagger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I rarely get it, which is bullshit. So then I always end up trying to get the sword, the saber.
Yeah,
Second
I like
fastest.
I like one of the swords. Personally, I think the dagger's nice, but I feel like the damage is a little low. But I guess that's the trade-off for being so quick.
Yeah.
I actually
Stab
prefer the axe.
Wow.
Oh, you're wrong.
You're a freak. You know what's awful? The fucking god hammer.
Yeah,
It
the
has
hammer's.
It's like it's not compatible with any of the enemies because it's so slow.
Yeah. Wait, is that the one? There's one that like you slam it on the ground and then you get a secondary charge of it.
Oh, maybe that's like an upgrade of it, but the one I
It
had,
might
you
be an
just
upgrade. It might be an
swing,
upgrade.
hit, and it's like a fucking 2.5 second swing.
It's so slow.
It's time to regroup.
I think the hammers are terrible and the gauntlets suck as well.
Fuck the gauntlets.
The gauntlets are ass. I don't mind the axe on certain areas, but actually that's the weapon I first started with too.
Oh, yeah.
Is like when they give you a random weapon.
I always forget to use my curses.
Oh,
Like I get
fool.
so distracted. I know.
I just launched that shit.
Oh yeah, I had a upgrade. So I got Rain. Have you gotten like your tunic upgrade yet?
Yes.
Your like your wardrobe. Okay.
Fleece.
Yep.
Yeah, the fleece,
one.
right?
I got one.
Okay. So, yeah, I only have one as well.
Yeah.
I only have one. You should
So
have two eyes.
I picked the white fleece that gives you 4 random like tarot cards.
I picked that one too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Objectively
so
the
Wolf.
best
It's
one.
nice.
It's the only good one.
Yeah.
There's like one other maybe good one, but the others suck.
Yep, since I had my second, I think it's an eye, I went and got the gold one, because I was like, okay, you hit harder the more you don't get hit. Bitch, I got hit once and it was just ruined. It was harder than just wearing a nothing.
Yeah. Terrible. And so I got that. I got the white fleece, and then it randomly gave me refill your curses to full in every room.
Ooh.
So I just kept slinging curses the whole
Yes.
way. And I'm like, this is
Explosion.
busted. This is so good.
That's
It was amazing. It was awesome. I watched your stream like the first night you started it,
Yee.
and you had like the tent on the opposite side of the area, and it was throwing me the fuck off. You had like your sermon or your church area.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And it was like on the left side, and I put mine on the right, and I'm like, this is awful. I hate this.
I put
It's
mine
only-
on the left side.
It's only on the
Oh,
left
I'm not-
side because in my main playthrough, it's on the right side. It's on top
Okay,
right.
okay.
Right next to
There,
like the
yeah, yeah.
entrance.
Yeah, that's where I have mine as well. And like, it doesn't matter where it was. It was just like so confusing. I'm like, this feels so weird. I forgot you place it at the. Yeah, I forgot you place it at the start. And I'm like, this is awful. But one thing I wanted to talk about is how well this game is made for it being like an indie game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know like we've said before that like indie games are really great and they have like a really high track record. But this game's really well done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like-
Smooth.
Like, I see this
like
shit
the-
on a shelf at Target.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Like the lighting is great, the music bangs.
Indeed. The sound design.
sound effects. The audio is really, really great. Everything. There's also like a lot more to it than. So I know we touched on like the colony sim and the roguelike dungeon crawl, but there's a lot more to it than just that. There's like side quests to do.
Yep.
There's collectibles to get, which we've
There's
talked a bit
terrain
about
to
already.
discover.
There's
There's new locations. There's mini games.
Yeah, there's a Knuckle Bones minigame.
I love the
The Knuckle
Bones
Bones
game.
is fun.
I have spent like so much time playing that.
Obsessed.
Just farming money.
For you,
It's so
machine.
fun. Yeah, it's so fun. I have 3 of the different playable characters for Knucklebones right now.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how many there are.
Neither do I.
I have 3 of them. You find like randomly in the dungeons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really great game, and the lighting is really good too, which I've said I really appreciate before. That all the lighting looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful game.
Yeah, very nice. I like that. It's sort of like, so it's obviously a 2D game, and kind of reminds me of like Paper Mario.
Yee.
Mm-hmm.
But like it also, the way they layer each of the 2D like frames makes it look 3D.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I really like that.
Haven't seen a good 2.5D game in a hot bit while.
Yeah, this is a really good example of one. Probably one of the better examples.
Yee.
It's everything's well done. Now, I don't know. Well, if you're playing on PC and Rain and I are on the Switch,
Yep.
have you encountered any like major bugs?
No bugs, but oh my god, is controlling during the dungeon section fucking bullshit.
Oh no.
That's why I switched.
You have to not only face the way of your arrow keys, but your mouse has to be on the side of the screen that you're facing, or else it'll just whip around and go with wherever you clicked, and not just the direction that I was facing. That's why the gauntlets are extra bullshit. I don't know where they're hitting.
Yeah, I played probably like 20 minutes on PC, and and then immediately switched to the Switch.
I bet.
And I'm like, there's no way I'm playing this fucking combat thing on PC. It's like, this is ass. I cannot believe that the mechanics work the way they do on the PC.
And you can't change it either. There's no settings for it.
I know. It's all, Rain, have you found any glitches or bugs?
The only thing that I actually thought was a bug for a while was, so for a while it was the only cult members that would come to my sermons. I would only count 6 every single time, and I would like cap at 6, and only 6 cult members would come. So when new cult members came in, they were the ones asking for the requests for their rituals and stuff. They're like, I want to be sacrificed, or I want a day off, or something stupid. And I'm like, all right, well that's easy. Next sermon, I got you. And then every time I got there, I'm like, bitch, you're not even fucking coming. And then finally I updated my temple, and then now everybody comes. But for a long time I thought that was a fucking glitch, that only 6 members could come. It's like, this is stupid. But no, it sorted itself out.
Nice. Very nice. So I guess I'm the only one that's found a couple bugs.
You got a bullshit one.
I did get a bullshit one. So the one of them just like randomly crashed, which is, it's fine. It's gonna happen. Luckily the autosave is like really frequent, so I didn't lose anything. That was great. Love autosave. That's always nice. The next one I found was after I blessed somebody, I got stuck in like an animation loop.
Oh
and
no!
I sent that to you guys where it was just like the fucker was just smiling at me.
He was not inspired.
He was not having it. So I had to restart that one. Again, didn't matter because autosave is really nice. Then I got a glitch, which I don't understand how this even happened, but I was fighting, it's not Leshy, but it's the second boss.
Anshu.
Anshu. The Anshu, the sister. And she kills me because I walked in with like 1 heart because I got my ass beat, and I was still pretty low level at the time. And so I walk in with 1 heart, get obliterated by Anshu, and my lamb looks all beaten up, all bruised, but I'm not, like, the game didn't reset.
You got fucking immortality.
Trigger.
I'm just standing around with no health and complete immunity to everything.
Absolute bullshit. Hacker.
It was amazing. Yeah. It was amazing. So I just, I ran around killing everything without dying. And then I beat the second boss.
Undeserved.
Wonderful.
It was a bit undeserved, but it wasn't my fault.
You play with the cards that you're given. What can you say?
I guess.
That's right. A victory was at hand. They wanted me to win.
If you insist.
Yeah. Oh, I do. What's everyone's favorite follower form?
Either the bunny or the deer.
The what?
The deer.
No, what was the first one?
Bunny.
Said?
There's a bunny one.
Oh, the bunny. I like the guy who's kind of like, he's kind of mossy, and he's got spikes coming out the top of his head.
You keep one of
with
the
little
ugly
spider
monsters.
Webs. I do. He's got like a spider web that comes across on his branches.
He's got like crosses in his head.
Check
I think I've got one guy named
Moss.
Moss, one guy named Weed, which also fuck Weed. Weed's a little shithead that's always causing problems.
I had one named Weed. I didn't realize there was like. Yeah, I was just gonna say I didn't realize there was DLC for this game. Which I don't really know what it is, but it provides 5 new follower forms.
I want that one.
Which one?
The one that you just sent. There was first icon that comes up for the link.
Oh, you eventually
the little cat guy.
That one's a spoiler.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't want to spend money on follower forms. I'm in this mindset where I'm like, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I'm like,
I buy every follower form I see.
Yeah, if I haven't gotten it, I had money to blow.
Oh, yeah. So there's one ritual that gave me like $500,000.
Oh, yeah, the collect taxes one or something.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And you get collapses. you get taxes based off every follower you have. And so I just did that one day, and I had so much fucking money.
Oh, I
It was
revised.
ridiculous.
My favorite is the axolotl one.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot I had it.
That one you can get pretty easily.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like...
There's a lot more than I thought.
Oh, there's a ton, yeah.
There's a ton.
At least in the DLC, I really like the turtle. That's pretty good. But of the main group, I think, who is my favorite? Oh,
There's
I really
so
like...
many.
I thought I had an answer, but now there's too many to choose from. I really like just all the ones with, like, horns and shit.
Yeah.
Any of them that have, like, horns and spikes, and I just think they look cool.
Perhaps.
I do like the wolf and the fox just because it's a
Classic.
naturally adorable. Yeah.
I don't like the... Oh, where is it? It's like a seahorse or something.
Oh yeah, the seahorse with the big long dupe mouth.
Yeah, the fucking snout. That looks fucking weird.
I'm realizing that the alligator, it's an alligator, and the whole time I thought it was like a dinosaur.
Oh,
Which
no.
one?
The alligator in the Anchor Deep.
Oh, yeah, Anchor Deep, yeah. A dinosaur. Oh yeah, there's the seahorse. Fucking freak.
Dude, the pog lizard is really funny.
Yeah, it is. That would be a Twitch exclusive though. That's a classic.
Even though the lizard version of the pog face is just a cover up
It's true.
of the truth.
Also, I didn't. The pre-order has a Cthulhu one. That's pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if only I had known.
I know, right? So, something that we didn't mention was that Wolf and I basically went into this game with like zero information.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I knew that it was coming out and that it was like a highly anticipated game, but I didn't really know, and I knew it was like cultic based.
Yeah, I had seen
and
maybe
from an indie game.
a TikTok trailer.
Oh yeah,
a very vague overview.
Yeah. And so I didn't know that it was like super combat based. I didn't realize it was colony sim, really.
I didn't realize
like,
it'd be such a story.
Yeah, I didn't know anything. I just it was all super surprising. But I think it's all really well done.
Yeah.
For the amount of stuff that they included in the game.
Definitely.
It's really surprising that it all works really well together. All the different options and different things that they allow you to do. Even just on your own area without even going to all the other places, you still have a ton of shit to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it just all flows really well. Nothing feels out of place to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of surprising given the amount of stuff in there and it being an indie game.
True.
Well, I wonder who's going to be the first one to finish it.
Probably me.
Probably
yeah,
you.
probably.
I would probably have finished it if I hadn't been playing other games.
Yeah. Same. Same.
Any final thoughts?
Well,
solid game.
What a thought.
I'm gonna continue to play it, and that'll be that. I'm just gonna continue to enjoy it.
Yeah.
What do we rate it out of 10?
Actually, I'll give this a 10 out of 10. I'm having a good time.
Yeah,
I've seen some inklings, some mild spoilers of how it ends. And oh man, it's like lore heavy, but it's not dense. Like when you're going through the dungeons and you come across the random NPCs and market merchants, you just learn shit about them and about the world. Did you know so there's the cat merchant, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She sacrificed her children to the one who waits, and those two other cats that are down there with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are her children.
Shit.
I didn't know that. Huh.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool. Learning stuff on the podcast.
Random little facts. fact. I was like, wait a minute.
That's pretty cool. My gripe about this game, why is there a character called Ratau and Ratu? I said this on your stream. There's a character Ratao. No, you. I'm an idiot. Can't spell. That's Ratau. And then there's a different one that's Ratoo.
Surely they're related.
Why? Surely, but like I haven't gotten anything about them. And it makes me mad that they would have characters that are so similar in name.
Where's Rati?
Listen, you can't reuse the same joke that you made on your podcast.
You can't stop me.
I can out you though. Yeah, I don't know if I can give it a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
But it's really close. I'm gonna go 9 out of 10.
I see.
But with the caveat that it is
still good.
Or not caveat, but with the like title that it's the best game I've played this year so far.
Oh, not bad.
So
getting close to the end of the year too.
I know, yeah. And there's been a lot of good games that came out.
Mm-hmm.
But so far it's the best game I've played. So it's really, really, really good.
I'm curious to see how it ends because on my home screen it shows 5 crowns and then it crosses off the ones that I've already defeated.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to think that I'm actually going to have to defeat the guy that I created the cult for.
Ho-ho.
I think
He
he's
Who
the
Waits?
last crown. Yeah. I think you're going to have to take his crown.
He who fucks
At the
more
very
like if
end.
you've been on Twitter.
Is there a lot of Twitter people simping for him?
Mostly for the lamb. But they're simping for the lamb and the he who waits.
The lamb.
I feel like the lamb's too cute to simp for.
They sexy him up.
Too dainty, too tiny.
Does the lamb have a gender?
I don't think so.
And how old is this lamb?
Immortal.
Surely not. Well, no. It had an age when they died.
Presumably
I
at
don't
old
know.
age. They're running this cult.
Surely not. Well, then why are they a lamb? Surely there should be a sheep.
Nah.
You don't know.
Are
You
those
don't
different?
know.
Isn't lamb not a species like how pony is?
Oh, you'd think I would know, but who knows? Who cares about the lore of lambs? Wait, we can find out right now.
The canon of
Googling.
lambs.
Yeah,
Lamb
let's know.
definition. Here we go. What does Google have to say? Lamb, a young sheep.
Oh no.
See?
Young
Look at
adult.
that.
I was right.
Yep.
I was right.
Oh no.
So they're simping for underage lamb.
Oh no.
Does the fact that the sheep is now immortal change, or the lamb is now immortal change anything?
Maybe. At least at some point, he will become an adult.
Surely, right?
But he will.
Well, because the followers can age, so surely we can.
Yeah, they age, and
Sure.
then you've got to things
Sure.
extend their fuck. Speaking of aging, my god, do these bitches die constantly?
Oh, see, mine
Just
like
old age.
never die. Do you give them gifts?
Yeah, I give them gifts, and I give them the life extenders, but every few hours or so, I gotta go into the night and just murder all the elderly people so people aren't upset.
No, see, what you do is I got the perk from one of the crowns, I think, maybe? I'm not sure which
Is it
one
the
was.
Ascension?
No. That one's good.
Ooh.
But
Yeah.
I got the... It maybe I don't remember what it was from. But when the first time you die in a dungeon, you can sacrifice one of your followers and get resurrected.
Yeah.
And so the resurrection is how many hearts you're resurrected with is based on their level. So if you sacrifice the old dying fuckers, you
Yeah.
basically get revived at full health.
I see. I don't have that perk.
And if you add that with the perk that it adds faith whenever you sacrifice a player, the cult members love it when you sacrifice. I can only
exactly.
imagine what that
It's
does
so
for your
good.
cult.
It's so good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have both of those.
That is good. I unfortunately have contradictory values in mine. They hate when I kill the old people. Like, if they witness it, they
Really?
hate it. But they also like sacrifice.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't do the old one. That they
I
hate the old one.
ascend my old guys And then we have funerals for whoever I don't have time to do shit with their body.
Everyone just gets turned into compost now.
By the way, I like that we were about to wrap up the segment and then we found more stuff to talk about. But, so, do you guys have when someone dies that you didn't sacrifice, do you bury them or do you cut them up into meat?
In my main playthrough, I bury them or I compost them because I didn't do the cannibal trait. But in my Twitch playthrough, they turn them into meat.
Yeah. I always bury them, and then I have a funeral for them so that I can collect devotion at their graves, so I'm able to level up quicker.
I'm so much more petty, it seems. I only bury them if I like them.
I
can never remember by the time they die.
To like have one that I like.
Oh, so do you guys not rename them?
I do the random name.
I rename them.
I rename them. So I accept whatever like form that they've taken. I don't randomize that, but I change the name so I can actually develop attachment to them and decide if I like them or not.
I see. I do the randomizer for the name. I do pick their form, color, and variant manually.
Oh, you do the exact opposite.
And it's also, I'm just not at the cult that often. I come by, I cook a bunch of food, I clean up all this shit, and then I'm gone again to go do another crusade.
Oh yeah. See, I try to do like one day of crusading and then one day of like stuff in the other areas. Like it's either at my cult or like half at my cult or half at another place and stuff like that.
I see.
So I like to like bless everybody and all that stuff. Something I was disappointed with.
What?
Was the confession booth.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do you think you were going to get more tea?
Yeah, I wanted actual dialogue.
Yeah, he was more flavor text.
I wanted wow, Fox is a real shithead, right? We hate the Fox. I wanted give me the tea, sis. I'm here for it.
You just get the little pictures.
Yeah.
Gotta interpret it.
I was so sad. I'm I want dialogue and choosing options and stuff. It's should I befriend the Fox or go after them or something?
Yeah.
And it's I wanted impactful dialogue and I just get 3 symbols and I'm out.
Yep. I'm always mad when I read a follower's thought and then they said, just had a bad conversation. Don't want to talk to that person again. I'm like, who? I need to know.
Gotta pay attention to them.
I don't read the minds that often.
No, neither do I, because it's mostly just flavor text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. It's better if...
we had a feast. It was fun. And you're I'm glad you enjoyed it.
You better had.
Have you guys...
bones for you.
Oh, the bones are so expensive, man.
Really? I have a plethora of bones.
Maybe I was just doing too many rituals and I ran out.
Maybe, because I have 800 bones stocked up, and all my rituals
I have a lot now, but early game I was running out constantly.
I could never get lumber early in the game. I was really struggling with that for a while. Yeah.
Oh, see, I was fine with lumber and stone. I couldn't get grass.
Grass? It's everywhere!
That was the easy one.
Right, well, I know it's everywhere and I know you get a lot of it, but I was using a lot of it. Kept making beds.
Gotta upgrade those beds
Upgrading
faster.
Beds.
I did upgrade the beds, yeah.
It's hard. I think I've got about 6 more beds left that I need to fully upgrade.
Oh.
And then I'll call it good. It's fertilizer that's hard to get. I keep making fucking berry entrees to get them to shit so I can keep upgrading their beds.
Too.
Do you have outhouses. I was gonna say, do you have the outhouses?
I do have the outhouses. It just takes time because I'm always at the farm and then I always accidentally use the fertilizer that I'm trying to save at the farm after trying to water everything.
Why are you watering everything?
Yeah, I just make my followers
because I get
water.
impatient and it'll be nighttime and I send everybody to bed. I can't. There are things to be done.
I built that deluxe farm immediately because I hated that they didn't harvest the fucking stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Annoying.
I just set up all of it. All the scarecrows, all the farms, deluxe farm, everything.
All right, get to work.
I do appreciate that in this game, if you're struggling on the bosses, you can kind of just slowly level up and power up on your own without having to have a lot of the power-ups be locked by bosses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can just continue to... Yeah. continue to collect your worshippers, continue to do all that, level up independently of the bosses that you're doing. Now, that does obviously mean you can become overpowered, but I think it, like, in Wolf's case, like, it quickly
caught up.
Balances out. Yeah, it catches up to you.
Also, I did something because I wanted to finish the gem quest for the axolotl. So I went into the third area before I finished the second area. And it wasn't a huge, at least the like normal basic enemies, they weren't like a huge like jump in difficulty. They were just different.
Yeah.
I did the same thing, but for a different reason. I went into the third one forgetting I hadn't killed the final boss in the second one.
Oh no.
So I'm just like, oh yeah, I guess I'm done with that area now that I have this one unlocked.
Spared her.
Yeah. I like that. Which one was it? It was like, don't kill me, spare me.
That's the third one.
That's the third one? Okay. Yeah. Oh, then I think I've beaten the third one.
Maybe that's the one you fucking hacked on.
I think it is
so
that. That's
about
the one.
it.
Yeah. It is the one that like glitched, not the second one. You're right, because that you were so tilted.
Fucking.
That's the one that glitched out, the third boss, and then now I'm on the fourth area.
That
right.
Bitch.
Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, very, very excellent game.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Really solid. There's so much depth to it. So many different things. The funny thing is that I don't know if I would want to replay this game a second time.
Yeah.
Not anytime recent, like in the future, right?
Yeah.
Like I think.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty happy with a lot of decisions I've made.
Right.
And so trying out different stuff, it's like not going to be that different for me.
I see. I guess I've technically played it a second time. And mostly just because I wanted to, I put it on super hard mode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is it super hard?
Yeah.
Is there like a big jump?
Sort of, not really. I beat the first dungeon / boss, etc. in about the same amount of time as I did in my main playthrough. Because it's not like, I don't think the enemies, they don't seem to be harder. You just have less hearts.
Oh, okay.
You have one heart. And I think I managed to get 2 through like perks and buffs and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff like that, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Instead of increasing their difficulty, it like restricts the resources that you have available to you.
I see.
And so like wood and other resources like that are probably going to be harder to find. Hearts are obviously less abundant, and you'll probably also receive less blue hearts and less cursed hearts.
Yeah. You do lose 50% when you die instead of like, I think it's 25 or something.
Yeah, it's 25. Which I didn't really ever care about.
It rarely happens.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often, and even when it does, I feel like it's not that much of a punishment.
Yeah.
Which is good, I'm happy with that. What's everybody's difficulty on their main playthrough?
I think I just did the recommended one, normal.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Typically, unless I'm like doing something specific, I go for like whatever the recommended settings are just to have the most fun with it.
Yeah.
But I think that's about it. Any final thoughts anyone actually has this time?
I don't think so. Play Cult of the Lamb, support the developer.
Yeah.
It'll make something else cool in 3 years.
Yeah, really. Oh, apparently, no, never mind. Thinking of a different game.
Yes.
Yeah, check it out. And that's Cult of the Lamb.
Woo woo!
Moving on to our second topic. Wolf, I hear you have some details for us.
As always, I am an internet lore keeper upper with. And this week, there's more YouTube drama. This game, have you heard of The Mortuary Assistant?
I have.
Yes.
New horror game that everyone on YouTube is playing.
Love it.
Corey X Kenshin, who is a popular horror YouTuber, uploaded a video called YouTube and Racism. And he talks about his experience on YouTube. He's noticed like a pattern of like he'll get his videos demonetized or struck for things that no one else is getting struck for, even if they're doing the exact same things. And it was even more apparent when he uploaded his playthrough of The Mortuary Assistant, because everyone was playing it, but only he had gotten age restricted. And so he appeals it. He appealed it. They said no. So he emailed his rep. They talked, and he's like, and they're like, oh, well, maybe it's that scene at the end where they talk about slitting her wrists. And he's like, well, I don't know. I guess maybe. So then he does a little Corey X Kenshin does a little more sleuthing, and he notices that Markiplier's video wasn't age restricted. And he looks around, and no one else's video showing that exact same scene was age restricted. So he sends Markiplier's video to the rep, and the rep forwards it to the moderation team.
Yeah.
And the age restriction gets removed from Corey Kenshin's videos.
Okay.
And he's like, why? Why was that? Why was Markiplier's video needed as evidence that it was okay?
Yeah.
And they're like, and the rep's like, I don't know, but isn't it great? It's not age restricted anymore. And so then,
no, it's not fucking great.
Yeah, I mean, there's something wrong. Something's not working as intended.
Yeah.
And so this spawned a couple other videos of other YouTubers commenting on it. Ones I know, DA Games made a video, Some Ordinary Gamer, Jacksepticeye, and a bunch of others all made their videos weighing in on this and basically agreeing. And then Markiplier, he posts, I'm gonna call it, I guess the first half of his response was it's called Try Not to Get Age Restricted Challenge, and he plays this lewd NSFW massage game, and it's heavily censored. They even censored out some of the sound effects, and it's hilarious. But it's clearly still a lewd game that should be an age-restricted video. And it's still not age-restricted, one, but two, even though they didn't bother to age-restrict the video, they still retaliated against Markiplier because there was going to be, that same day that he uploaded it, there was a big event called Game On that YouTube was doing, the audience watching, it's to pick which games the games the YouTubers play, even though the, segments were pre-recorded. And they cut his part, completely at the last minute. He even made a tweet hey, get ready for the Game On thingy. And then the YouTube Twitter account comments on his thing, yeah, come join us, even after they cut his part. And they didn't even, take his name out, the chapter system. It just says Markiplier, and then nothing.
Yeah, he was still in the trailer for all their advertisements as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he did,
That's
he did upload it on his own, onto his own channel.
Oh,
so everyone else can just experience it, but wow. And
oh my god, he was pissed.
Dude, another day later, it's still not age restricted.
And funny thing is, Jacksepticeye just posted he just posted one too, and it's even more rough.
It's explicit.
I hope they.
Oh my god.
I hope both of them just keep going further and further, trying to push the boundaries.
Within the year, their channels are just gone into an era.
Yeah.
Oh, I would be so mad. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Well, they could easily just restart their channel with almost zero downsides.
Yeah. Pretty sizable chunk will follow them anywhere.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, obviously there would be some less because probably a lot of their followers are dead accounts by now.
Yeah.
But, the active following would probably still be just as much.
Indeed.
But that's really sussy by YouTube. What are you doing there, YouTube?
Slacking.
Yeah, incredibly.
Do we need to call you out like we called out IGN a few episodes ago? Episodes ago?
Every few episodes you call it IGN.
Yeah, it's true. I won't let them sleep.
They don't deserve it.
That's right. We had the death of Netflix as well, and we were right on that.
True. Shame we didn't call the death of HBO Max. God.
I just got House of the Dragons, the Game of Thrones, new Game of Thrones show came out, and the day it came out, or the exact time the episode came out, I got an email from HBO Max we noticed that your account has been canceled. It's yeah, bitch, that was 2 months ago.
No. Come back.
You're just trying to get me to come back from House of Dragons. and you know what I did?
What?
I just hit unsubscribe. Stop sending me your emails, Game of Thrones.
God.
Or, not HBO.
Obsessed.
My God.
Desperate.
They are indeed. They are desperate. Although I have heard some pretty decent things about House of Dragons.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
From what I've heard, the female actors are great and men are trash.
Wow.
That's the gist of what I've seen.
That's always the case, though.
Sounds like She-Hulk
always
fans.
the case. Yep.
Sounds like what?
She-Hulk fans.
Let's not get started on She-Hulk.
Oh, God. Gotta do a whole episode.
Surely,
just like a bitch about it.
Surely that's... Surely that is show of the year, She-Hulk.
Oh, my God. It's like they don't watch anything else but Marvel. They're just amazed by the most milquetoast bullshit. Impressed by garbage.
The
woman
let us,
is
audience,
strong.
let us know if you want a She-Hulk episode. We could definitely do one. So something I just thought of now, speaking of show of the year, do you think, how many awards do you think Cult of the Lamb will get?
At least 2.
It's
It's definitely going to be in the contender.
Yeah,
I actually don't know
fair.
how many indie awards they give out, but it's definitely going to be in the contender for indie game of the year or whatever. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure it's going to get something for the music and or sound design.
I was just going to say that, yeah. I think it could easily get several of those. There's all different kinds.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would be really happy if they got one of those. And definitely, like, so far, it's, like, very high up there for indie game of the year, at least for me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Is Stray an indie game? I don't remember.
I wonder. It might be.
It might be. I don't know. I mean, I'm not that it even is maybe comparable. I haven't finished it. Yeah, really good. Call of the Lamb definitely deserves to get a lot of praise because it's really good.
Yeah, I definitely haven't heard of them, so probably an indie.
Yeah, it might be. May or may not be an indie. But any final thoughts on the YouTube drama?
Nope. I'm
Hilarious.
hoping. I'm excited to see how further it develops, and not aside from just the funny, I hope YouTube does address it, and it would be like really, really. I'm gonna say monumental because I can't think of a different word. If YouTube actually does like concede on this and is actually straightforward on what the policy is, what the moderation team is looking for, and what the bot is looking for, because no website is upfront about that. Everyone is just kind of playing roulette with everything they post, and if they get punished, they get punished.
Yeah. That's why I don't think they're going to be upfront about it.
Yeah.
No. I think
Especially
what's
since-
going to happen is we're going to get a very blanket response, and they're going to be like, "Yep, that's good. We've covered it." And
But
then
they have to do something because Markiplier and now Jack have posted those videos.
yeah,
Right.
they have to
Yeah,
respond.
There's clearly like a following presence on this, so they can't just bury it under the rug.
And it's not like Mark hasn't spoken out about his issues with YouTube before.
Yeah. Same with Jack.
So if he has to make a more direct video, he will.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm sure he will, especially after they cut his section on a thing. They worked like really hard on it, and they crunched for it because it was such a short notice.
Yeah.
And just for them to just cut it completely.
Unfortunate for him. Did you watch any of the game day stuff?
I skimmed it when I heard he got cut from it.
Okay. I didn't end up watching any of it. I thought it was cringe.
It was kind of lame, and it was very rushed.
Yeah. It felt kind of cringe just from looking at the ads.
It's advertised like, play with your favorite streamers. That's not what happened.
Yeah,
it was all
not at all.
pre-recorded first. It wasn't even alive. It wasn't even live.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunate. But with that out of the way, Rain, you got a question of the week for us?
Whoa!
I do.
Woo.
This week's question of the week is, would you rather be a cult follower or a cult leader?
Cult leader.
Excellent question.
Wolf was like, I know.
Yeah. Listen, look at how it happens to the followers. They get turned into monsters, they get
Yeah, exactly.
sacrificed, and they're totally fucking helpless. I mean,
Also, as a cult follower or as a cult leader, I'm immortal.
Indeed, yes, the best part.
True.
Exactly. So I could just do whatever I wanted.
Indeed.
And there's no way, like, I'm getting sacrificed to some tentacle monster.
I don't know if I'd be able to handle the stress of being a cult leader, having that responsibility. I kind of just want to be able to mindlessly live and just be like, wow, everything's amazing. And then when it's my time, just fuck off.
Have you seen the state of the other cults? That's exactly what they're doing. Their leaders are doing. They're like, what do you call it? The famine area is like praying for food, sacrificing a shit ton of stuff, and they're still not receiving food.
Yeah, they get nothing. I'd much rather be a cult leader. You get to do so much more.
Yeah.
In the words of Creed Bratton from the Office, you have more fun as a follower, but you make more money as a leader.
It's true. True.
So, I'm still being a leader, though.
Mood. Plus, I get a cool cloak and a cool crown that turns into other things. The perks are never.
Yeah, that's true.
Take out all my anger on, like, other cult members?
Yeah.
Just kill everybody? I get to play some Knucklebones?
And you and these damn Knucklebones.
That game is so fun. I literally spent an hour just playing that one night. Literally, I was just sat there. I had all the different playable people. You can play like against like Ratsu and against some snake, and then there's one third bitch.
There's one who's missing a hand.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people. So I just like kept upping my bet, playing it. It was great. It was quality. Got to listen to Wolf whine about She-Hulk.
Oh yeah.
Every
Thursday.
Night. Yeah, that's right. Lucky you.
Oh my god.
Speaking of that, I'm going to tell the story. Or actually, Rain, you can answer your own question first before I change the subject.
Oh, I was gonna say if the cult of the Lamb was kind of like the basis of like the cult that we're talking about, that I'd want to be a leader. But if it was more like just like a regular occultist here, like witchy more kind of cult, I'd rather be a follower.
Oh,
that's fair. I think that's how I would do it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, in like if we're speaking strictly cult of the Lamb, I definitely want to be the leader because fuck that.
Even if there were more better cult leaders. I couldn't trust the cult leader enough to care for me.
Yeah, they might make me eat poop.
Exactly.
That would be awful.
I had one. I don't know if this is a side quest for everybody. Probably not. I had one that was a follower. And it's like, hey, let's make this guy eat poop. He'll hate it.
I got that once. I was like, no.
I did it. Once. I did it. And then I'm like, all right, it'll be funny. And I don't want to lose the faith. So I did it, and then like the next day, he's like, "Hey, we should make him eat poop again."
See, it starts a cycle.
The same guy on the original target made him eat poop again.
You're ridiculous, my God. And you lose faith anyways.
Yeah, but it was funny.
Ridiculous monster. See, that's why I gotta be a cult leader, not a cult follower.
Literally, that was my point. Yeah, I can't. What if they make me eat poop?
Yep.
So speaking of She-Hulk, Wolf messaged me at like 10 o'clock or something. My time's like, hey, what's the Disney Plus password? And I'm like, oh, I canceled it. And they're like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, I'll try this. So I restarted my Disney Plus account, all just so Wolf could watch She-Hulk.
And it's awful.
It's so bad.
Oh my God.
It's funny to hear about, though.
I bet.
Oh, man. And I think with that, Wolf, you can take it away.
All right, I'm Wolf taking things away. Thank you for watching episode 41 of You're Ridiculous.
Whoa,
if you liked all that, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and be sure to ring that bell so you get notified of the next episode. You can follow across the internet on all our socials, the main cast at ridiculous_cast on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow Lucas on his main at 7AngryWasp with an E. And you can follow me as Rainbow does without the W. We hope to see you guys all again next week. And say goodbye.
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 Goodbye.